Welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs Podcast. This is a bonus episode. My name is Dan. Today is October 11th, 2021. The show will be about Twin Cities Fall Amateur Baseball in Minnesota. There has been a couple of requests to put a show like this together to give a summary overview of the league and provide a little background on it. Twin Cities Fall Baseball has a website, and there you can go to see the schedule, scores, players, teams, and the standings. Now, the reason for fall amateur baseball here is the overview. Fall amateur baseball in the state of Minnesota started about 24 years ago. Jim Block was the original commissioner, started this league for a lot of teams in the Twin Cities, both Minneapolis and St. Paul area, mainly a metro league. Right now the commissioner is Jared Clausen. A lot of the games are in the West Metro and Southwest Metro. All these games are actual official games. One ump, we keep score. The games are only twice a week. Wednesday nights, 7 p.m., and Sunday afternoons. There's no postseason in this league. There's no playoffs. There's no tournaments. Games that are rained out are hardly ever even made up. If you can't get your game in, it's usually just scratched. The regular 9-inning games. There is a 10-run rule after 7. Typically in the fall league, no lineups are even exchanged by the managers before the game. There's hardly ever infield, outfield done before the games. You can bat 11, 12, 13 players. Defenses can change. You can move guys around and play at different spots. Even if you're a guy short, a lot of times in the fall league, it's not uncommon for a team to show up with 8 players to borrow another one for the other team, to throw them in the outfield to get 9. It's very loose that way, very fun. These are fun games. Now, the purpose of these games, the purpose of this league, actually, there's a lot of tournaments down south at the end of October that come up, and they use this league to get prepped. For instance, in Arizona, look at the tournaments coming up. And yes, that's the age range on the far left. World Series in Arizona. It's nice down there. You get to play on major league field complexes, training fields, and stadium games down in Arizona. Little Cactus League. These things all kick off here October, November time frame. Go all the way up to 75 years old. There's also father-son. And because there's father-son, and people need to get prepped for that, the Fall League allows you to play father-son as well. It's mainly a 28 and over league for the fall, kind of leaning towards becoming an over 35 league. But with the father-son, there's a lot of players that are in their 20s that play. Now, Roy Hobbs is a tournament that takes place in Florida, down in Fort Myers. Once again, Fort Myers is home to 2 Major League Baseball teams, the Twins and the Red Sox. You get to play on their training fields and their stadium as well. For this coming tournament for Roy Hobbs, veterans, for instance, is over 35. Now, there also happens to be 35 teams playing this year. So that's not the age, that's the number of teams. Masters, off to the right, is 45 plus. There's 62 teams playing this year around the nation, and other countries come as well. Legends is 53 and older, 68 teams participating this year. Classics, and then it goes up to Classics, Vintage, Timeless, and Forever Young. These tournaments have been going on for about 30 years. these tournaments down south. They're really gaining traction, and a lot of teams are playing. And it also requires guys to get extra work in these fall league games. Now, here's some of the demographics of those playing, some of the players that we see in the fall league. Number one, if you're playing in the Arizona tournament or Florida tournament, you're going to be interested in playing on one of these teams. It also brings in a lot of guys who played amateur ball in the summertime. Coaches, for instance, first third base coach doesn't get many plate appearances, doesn't get to see the field too often, but still coach. You're on the field all summer long coaching. The fall league allows you to get in, get some extra bats, plate appearances, and play the field. It also brings in guys who play town ball that are maybe little used, don't get the number of innings or plate appearances they want. They're more or less substitutes or backups. Here's a chance they can get in 9-inning games. You may see 4 or 5 at bats in a lot of these games. Also, for players playing down in Arizona and Florida, they might be playing a different position in those tournaments. You might find yourselves playing outfield all summer long, amateur, and then you might be on a team that they're going to use you at shortstop or third base. The fall league gets you a good opportunity to get work in at those other positions. The fall league's a 12-game season, 6 weeks, twice a week you play games. No stats are kept. There's no tournament, there's no batting title, there's no Cy Young Award winner. But these are some fun games. The teams included may perhaps play all 12 games, or they may say, you know what, I'd like to get a team together and even just play 3 or 4 games, just to get some extra work in. It's very, very flexible. You'll see some teams there with really low win-loss records. But it's fun. It draws guys who play over 35 baseball in the Twin Cities. It brings in guys who play Twin Cities MABL, brings in guys who play Twin Cities over 50 and the over 60 league. Mainly a lot of amateur. It's also fun because you get to get a good blend of Class A amateur, Class B, Class C, town ball, all playing together. The Sunday games are all afternoon games. Night games are always Wednesday nights. A lot of people are not familiar with the Florida tournaments or the Arizona tournaments. This is a good exposure to get to learn more about that. You can go down as a team or in each of these leagues. If you don't have a team or are interested in playing, they both allow free agents, free agent pool. Sign up, pay your fee, put down your position where you'd like to play, and teams that come down and get a late scratch or someone that can't make it or their roster's a little light, what they'll do then is pick you up. You can play on the roster. These are also not all-star teams. Anyone can sign up a team and go down. This does not have to be teams that won the division or won the state in your area. You can have a good team, a poor team, or mixed, and still go down to these tournaments in Arizona and Florida. They are open. They are open invitational tournaments. That's a quick little overview. Twin Cities Fall Amateur Baseball in Minnesota. Fun little league. Keep in mind you can get all of our information on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, our blog, and on YouTube for other podcasts and shows like this. Once again, my name is Dan. Thanks for listening.